MLP Master 6. This is the finale. This is it. Let's get into it. Classic Oil Panic. So the plot here makes more sense. Like a lot more sense. We have one bucket. There is an oil leak in... Nope, my bad. There is an oil leak at the gas station. And we are an employee whose job is to catch the oil so it does not, you know, set the station on fire, I guess. And our boss is down there running around frantically with a bucket to catch the oil in. Again, still very inefficient, but it's at least humorous and charming, and this makes sense because it's a gas station, you know, where they have oil. And also you can see our shadow, which is pretty cool, in the building. Well, not our shadow, that's just us through the window. Now, Classic is easier and trickier at the same time. You only have one bucket, and once it's filled up with its 3, that's it. There's no flipping around, you just move. Those are your only controls. You don't get any bonuses or anything. Although I think you... Let me see. Everywhere says you get more points if you give him a full bucket. Let's see. Yeah, you do. You get 5 points if you give him a full bucket. So we're going to try to do that as often as possible. But, you know, again, risk versus reward. So pretty neat for a classic Game & Watch game. Cats again already. Oh, that was close. Okay, what was I saying? Because I'm back. Already? Seriously? Oh god, this is harder than I remember. Here is something else you can do if you're desperate. I'm not going to demonstrate it right now because I'm not desperate. But if you throw the oil while he is still running to his destination and he's a frame away, it takes a frame for the oil to get down to him. Meaning he will still catch it. I can't imagine how this actually works. That would clearly splash some onto the people who are just idiotically standing down there. I don't normally say the word idiotically or idiotic because it just reminds me of people being like pretentious, cringy people saying the word idiotic, like calling somebody idiotic when they're like just really mad about something that doesn't matter at all, and I think it's funny. I've never thought about that until just now, but those people really need to move. But I do have a story before I continue talking about my vacation. Seriously? Seriously, come on. Hold on. Alright, thank you Mario Wiki for answering my questions about the game. There is a sort of fever that I've apparently never experienced. But I'll explain it when we get to 300 points because that is when misses are removed. Or the fever takes place if there are no misses. Also, what is that down there? Is this supposed to be like a towel where they wiped it off? Is that somebody's shirt? Like the miss symbol is what I'm talking about. Before I get into my story that goes before me talking about my vacation again, I want to say that this is kind of difficult to play on any Game Boy screen, especially the smaller ones, because the area you're controlling is the smaller portion, the top screen, and there's no way to swap between the screens and make them bigger, so it just kind of sucks. But anyway, the first time I ever played Oil Panic was on this channel in 2012 or 11. I was, what, 13 or 12 or 13 then? No, hold on. It had passed my birthday in 2011, making me 13. So no matter what, I was 13. And I was doing all the Game & Watch games, right? I hadn't played most of them until I went and hit record on them. So I got to this. I think I was playing this exact version. So I was doing it in Game & Watch Gallery. I went down to Oil Panic, and I had no idea what I was supposed to do. So it was like 7 minutes of me fumbling around in Oil Panic, having no clue what to do before giving up and saying that's good enough. And that's what I think of when I think of my useless, awful Let's Plays from when I was 13. That or my Animal Crossing Let's Play that actually still exists. But that's also what I think of anytime I think of Oil Panic. Like, it was just the best example of this happening. Like, the most prominent, where I was like, should I stop and practice? No. I was just so bent on recording. I didn't want to do any practicing. I didn't want to put any other effort, just recording and editing. And making the master list of games, because I was obsessed with making lists. I mean, I'm still obsessed with going in specific order. That's the whole thing. But I don't make lists compulsively anymore. Like I used to. I had these binders. I'd bring these binders to school, and then after school I'd whip them out and I'd tell my friends, okay, time to make lists. All right, we're going to list every song in the world. And I would do it the same. I would put it at the top, the very top of the paper in big letters, like songs, for example. And then I'd draw a line under it, and then number 1 would start at the first line with an actual line through it. And that's just how it worked. And I remember Cody Beasley, this guy that my sister said bullied me, but I never thought he bullied me. He probably was a dick. You know, he was naming a country song, and it had like a, you know, where they don't do the ing. Here we go. They do the, you know, like in apostrophe and stuff like that. It had... Actually, I think it was Leonard Skinner. He was obsessed with Leonard Skinner. And I would spell things out how they sounded like actual words, you know, all properly. And he would say, no, that's not how it is. And I would refuse to correct it. And I think I did at some point, but I ended up throwing the whole... We abandoned the whole project. I had so many notebooks full of paper that I always wanted a clean start on everything I did. Don't get me started on like my novels and comics and stuff, because that was a whole similar ordeal. I was a strange child. Very strange. Alright, we're going to have to start dumping it better. Is he? Yeah, he was close enough, but I waited too long. Alright. Here's how the fever works in case I don't get a chance to show it. Damn it. That is not going to work. At least the drops of oil fade away if you miss. So you just get a nice clean slate, just like Manhole. Unlike Fire, which was very mean in keeping everybody in the same spot. Pretty much guaranteeing you're going to get 2 misses in a row. But if you get fever, another boss, also our name is canonically the Station Helper. Without the. It's just Station Helper, apparently. But another boss with a bucket comes out, and you get double points. It's apparently for 20 to 30 points is what it said that this goes on, which is weird. Not until a miss. I don't know why this is at all. But I don't think I've ever seen it in my life. So maybe if we die, we'll get to see it. But I honestly think we'll make it to 800. Watch me eat those words. Famous last words? Is that the saying? I have no idea why the cats are obsessing over the idea they might get food right now, because they get fed after an alarm goes off at 8. It is currently 6:56 p.m., October 16, 2023. You know, they've been trying to get food for almost an hour. They were also peacefully asleep, and then Brian kept screaming and alerting them, oh, if we keep bothering him enough, we'll get food. That never works. I don't understand why they still do it. Also, why does the very top say oil? of the screen. I never noticed that before. That is unnecessary and weird. As far as I know, there is not a single other point in the game where we get our misses erased, so we're going to have to be really careful. But the dual screen, like the whole dual screen idea is pretty cool, I gotta say. Very revolutionary for 1982 or whatever. Oh, come on. Yes. Beautiful. All right, we'll go ahead and get rid of you. Why not? And we'll get rid of you. And we'll get rid of you. All right, now we'll start saving them up because there's one in the middle. And... oh, I am getting nervous. I got to get 300 whole more points. But I think I made it to 1100 on my first try. Like a week before. It wasn't when I first got the cartridge. It was when I was practicing. I only practiced this once. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't even need to practice this. Which was a far too cocky attitude, and I mostly ended up practicing classic Manhole, which, as you saw, didn't do me too many favors. You know, if it weren't for Manhole, I think I might be able to get 1,000 points in every single mode of every game. No, that's not true. Look at how we did, especially Classic Octopus, Game B. No, I will never be able to do that. I can tell you that right now. I'm already worried about having to get out a GameShark code and sink more hours into this game just to show you the true ending. Because I don't want to do that. So yeah, you know how the oil takes a frame to travel? Well, that applies for when he's already standing there as well. Alright. Alright. I'm just going to try to get in a rhythm where I can get him every single time he's on the left. Or, since we're just getting oil at the sides already anyway. Alright, no. No! Does that at least empty the bucket? Yes. But we don't get the points for it. That sucks. But you can mash the button way faster than the game actually goes. So... as you can see there, especially in cutscenes, the cats opened the door again. They are really pissing me off. Oh, they didn't even open the door. They're just trying to open the door. If we can get through this one, it'll be a miracle. At least it slowed down. But I told you I was going to eat those words, right? About how I think we're going to do it on the first try. Oops. Especially not with me talking. I should know better than that. Alright, okay. Yeah, it's so much easier with the A and B buttons, too. Especially on this GameCube controller. Oh. But I have to cut it close so often. It's so uncomfortable. And here they start coming out close together, just like in Modern. Making things a decent bit harder, but not too bad. It's perfectly doable, as long as you're careful. Or you could say that about anything in the Game & Watch series, like, except for Hard Octopus, that was too hard. Classic, obviously. Alright. Oh, yes. Almost 700, almost 700. Oh, that means we're going to get so close, and then it's not going to work. Oh, feels so good. Oh my god. Alright, this commentary is gonna suck, you guys. Ow. This is only our first real try, because I started over at 59 points. 700 already. Oh my god, we got through the 600s without a miss. Can I do that again? I'm not so sure, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because he was so close to moving. God. Alright, yes, you're on the left. So perfect. I don't like how he steps alternately to the drops. That just annoys me for some reason. Alright, we're going to go back this way that time. Ugh. Alright, commentary, goodbye. I'm sorry. Beep, 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 boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, ba-da-doot, doot, 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 doot. Oh, God. Oh, it's so tense. I'm so scared he's going to walk away after I do it. Come on, just a few more points. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh! Just one more bucket full. Come on. Come on, buddy. No! 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 Literally a tenth of a second. My fucking God! No, show the fucking lions. There. This game is also not that great. Not saying that about Oil Panic. I meant Turtle Bridge. Oh, from the last video. Here, if you want proof. Oh, you don't need it. I'll see you back in a minute. 798 every time. Every time! Oh, it's infuriating. Oh, 2 shift managers on duty. 2 shift managers on duty. We got fever. Let's see how long it lasts. Oh, they are just at both sides. Gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful. So you can't miss at the bottom. You just got to worry about the top, and the top's extremely easy. This is why it doesn't last until another miss. Okay. Okay, it said 20 to 30 points. That's obviously not accurate. Oh, okay, he left. It's back to normal. I don't think that was even double points. I think it was just impossible to lose for a while. Whatever, that was fun. Oh, okay. I want to share a neat piece of trivia. I wasn't paying attention as soon as I talk. Are you kidding? All right, I got to be careful, especially to catch everything. Oh, and then I'm not even careful in the slightest. Okay, neat audio cue is that the leftmost... Fuck! I can't start talking. All right. You'll sit in silence when I'm back at 750. But first, I want to tell you that they each have different pitches. See, this is the highest pitch. The middle one is a middle pitch. And that's the lowest. There you go. I'll see you in another 15-ish minutes. Whoa, yeah. Ooh. Oh. Oh, down. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. That freaking feels good. Alright, so 3 major tries, and we did it. Oh. I can relax. Let's see if I can get 1,000 points. I don't even want to. Oh, I got all of those misses at like 400 points until those last 2. No, you only saw one of those, I think. I already forgot. And that was like 30 seconds ago. Oh. See, between 700 and 1,000 of any Game & Watch game is so fascinating to play. It's the build-up to get there that sucks. But without the build-up, you're not going to be good at it. Even unless you jump right back in from a game over, you're not going to be good at any of it. You know, oh, well, unless you're just a master at the game. I'd like to think I'd be pretty good at ball. You know, it's over. I'm okay with that. Very okay with that. Oh, I had so many cat interruptions for that, too. I think my wife is feeding the cats now nice and early, which just encourages them to annoy us more for food whenever they want it. Boxing, our final gallery. entry. Released in some regions, I believe the US, as Punch-Out, which of course was an NES game where Mario was the referee. We haven't done that on the channel, but I hope to do it someday in another timeline. First of Versus series. KO your opponent using punches. Beautiful. Do we get anything? No? That's not very triumphant. Maybe it's because we haven't finished every mode? So I almost forgot again that we have to do hard. So let's do it. Oh. My god, it feels good. It feels good to not have a threshold right now. Well, I do. I still have 200. But I do want to show you the true ending. I don't want to leave off the game, you know, without it. Not that it really matters, I know, because this is Game & Watch Gallery, but I want to say some closing thoughts. This is an insanely hard series. Completing this, just this Let's Play, was extremely taxing and draining, and it, you know, I will calculate how much time I spent on this game approximately, because there were a few hours, you know, I didn't record of the game. I didn't press start recording until, you know, I got a certain point threshold in the game. This starts off ramped up. I like this. It's not ramped up much, but this is the good Game & Watch formula. This is what I'm talking about. So I was complaining about how it takes forever to ramp up a game, but this seems to start okay. A nice, decent speed, and still gives you enough time to get used to everything. But, I don't know how I'm going to do the rest of this series. It just gets harder to complete and unlock everything as you go through. There are certain things I have to unlock, or it's not even worth Let's Playing the game. In the final game in the series, and I don't know how I'm going to do these, but I started with Game Boy Gallery, ridiculously easy, no completion requirements at all. I just played the games, and now, here we've got this. We just had to get... Come on. Don't even give me that. You know, 800 points in the classics, 1,000 in the moderns, and 200 in every hard. I don't know how many times I've said that, but, like, it's been a lot. I'm just a little tired. I wanted to say more good things about the vacation, but I feel like they're obvious. We just spent a bunch of time together, did touristy stuff. Come on! Alright, I'm going to have to start doing the difficult strategy if I want to get 200 points. Ugh. Like, strategy when it's difficult. The time-consuming strategy, which feels ridiculous to be doing when there's only, you know, when I'm only at 121 right now. But oh well. Well, I can still talk. It's not that hard, right? Oh, shit. Maybe it is. Oh, my God. I could have just let it hit the floor. But no, I had to be stupid. I'll see you at 128. So I have found the difference, I think. Not only does it start you off at a higher speed, but the guy, your boss, is just rocketing back and forth. So you can't keep up with him nearly as well. I mean, you can't bank on him to be sticking around for a long time on one side. Luckily, though, that gives you enough time to, once you've gotten the droplet, to predict your movement, and predict his movement, and go drop off every single drop every single time. Which isn't exciting gameplay in the slightest, but... Well, I mean, this is tense. This is accomplishing its goal, but a lot of the Game & Watch games, their hard modes, are either just faster versions of, you know, the regular mode, or they just flat out are way too hard because they increase or change one thing slightly that kept you able to play the game, like in Octopus. The tentacle predictions were way off. It was way too hard to get points in hard. And this, I mean, this is doable, but you see what I mean? They changed his movement ever so slightly to make it way more difficult, which is, I guess, what they were going for. And you can argue, since I don't do hard modes because they're the same as regular modes, that I don't have to complete this game, blah, blah, blah. But that's obviously not the point of Game & Watch Gallery, so I intend to complete it to the best of my... I didn't press A that many times. I didn't mean to, at the very least. Whatever, we got 205 points. I didn't even notice. That's not how I don't... I keep hearing myself do these weird accents for a second. Not that they're weird, they're just weird for me. No offense to anybody who sounds like anytime I ever speak. But I don't ever hear people talk like I do. Can you comment below if I have any southern accent at all? Again, I live in Tennessee. And I've been told so many times I don't have a southern accent, but I think you can still hear it buried deep within. Oh, I didn't get my points. That sucks. I'm just tired. I've put way many more hours into Game & Watch Gallery than I thought possible for its 4. Yes, that's right. Remember, 4 mini games. Oh, but at least we completed the gallery corner. It just feels like we should have had a little bit of fanfare for that, right? I mean, we did it. And what is it giving us for it? Nothing. I may not even show you the true final ending. Let you see that for yourself. Just because, one, I really don't want to emulate it. I mean, I will, depending on if anything happens after this. You know, but I'm obviously going to use cheats, so what's even the point? I could just, you know, use somebody else's footage, but at the same time, then that's just stealing somebody's footage, and then what's the point of the Let's Play, I guess? I don't know. Just for educational purposes. You didn't even get to see a staff roll. So, you saw a cast roll, but that's not quite the same. Also, it said to be continued at the end. I'm not sure. I used to think that was referring to the fact that they were planning sequels in active development because the games, you know, came out pretty close together. Oh, hey! Nice! So I didn't know if that was saying stay tuned for Game & Watch Gallery 2 or if that's saying stay tuned for more of this game. Thank you for playing. You know, keep playing and do better and we'll show you a different special ending. I have no idea. I wanted to finish my vacation stories before I move on to another Let's Play. But I really don't have any. It's just a fun time. We did a bunch of new stuff in Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg, Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains, and we tried hiking, but my wife's arthritis was messing up. Well, it wasn't. It was messing her up, so we stopped. It was very pretty, though, but there were a lot of stressful moments, a lot of good food. We ate Mellow Mushroom, which is our favorite pizza ever. They don't have any near us, so we don't get to eat it, but maybe, you know, the nearest one is like 2 to 3 hours away in Memphis, because we live in the middle of nowhere. But it's such good pizza. Seriously, best pizza in the world. Mellow Mushroom. And they play actually good music most of the time in there, unlike most restaurants. Like, I hate the restaurants with the rock. I've gone on this rant before. The restaurants with the rock aesthetic, like Rock and Roll Sushi, Rock and Dough Pizza, and they they just play like 70s, early 80s cock rock hits. No B-sides, just, oh, The Police, Message in a Bottle, Any Breath You Take, and, you know, plenty of AC/DC, Metallica, occasionally, you know, if they're too hardcore, you know, for the casual audience, you'll get some Black Sabbath. It gets old. I don't know how that's the only stations my dad listens to are 80s rock stations. Well, you know, the classic rock. And it's always the conservative stuff mostly. You'll occasionally get some, like, you know, softer music like Simon and Garfunkel. You'll occasionally get some of that. What else? Not as many family, you know, sitting around moments as I would have enjoyed. So I've just been looking forward to moments to bond with my sister, you know, for the past God knows how many years now, and they haven't come. So maybe they never will, and I guess I have to be okay with that. I really don't have much to say. I thought I would have way more to say about the vacation, but... Oh, I saw pigeons. Those were great. I didn't get to interact with the pigeons, though, because, you know, they avoid people. They get close. They don't want you to touch them, obviously. I didn't even try to. I didn't want to freak it out. I just wanted to enjoy it, having a good time. See, it was a mutualistic relationship. I look at pigeon and enjoy. It enjoys by searching for food on the ground or materials for its pathetic, sad nest. Because if you've never seen pigeon nests, look those up. They're sad. God, I love pigeons. I hit the button to go back, but it just... Okay. Whatever. Like, I hit it plenty of times. Didn't understand what was happening. Ooh. Oh. 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 Did I finish my story about the arcade and how we got 40 of the hedgehog figures because there was nothing else to do with the tickets? That was fun. The girl at the counter had a great time giving us those 40 hedgehogs. Man, we 500 points? Come on, I struggled to get here very badly. And... Oh, went too far. Oh, that was close. But on our first try in hard... No, second try. I forgot. We got 128 the first try. But now on our second try, we're about to beat our record in Game A. That's the problem with games like this. You're getting your footing in Game A, and then you do just about as well in the increased difficulty in Game B. So if you went back, you could probably beat your score, but then you'd be bored because you'd been playing the higher octane Game B. Oh, but Game B is good to practice for Game A. So again, more replayability. Wonderful car ride game. Like, can't say enough about it. I should have known I couldn't have made it in time. Can we get at least 600? I think that'd be cool. I want to get 600. 600? Something my dad kept saying on vacation was, he kept saying Benji greens over and over. That seems like a Gen Z term, doesn't it? I've never heard anybody else say it ever. I mean, I got the implication, you know, Benjamins, $100 bills, green, paper, money, you know. For those who don't know, for those watching out of this country, not in America, our paper money is green. I'm looking forward to the day where there's all digital money, so then there's no more card fees, and the government just kind of is like, hey, credit cards, that's what we're going with. But they obviously can't get rid of, oh, we got 600, yay! Paper money, because it's going to be legal tender forever. Same with coins. Coins are cool to collect, though. Yeah, I'm one of those nerds that used to collect coins. I pitched it, okay, we had this, collection of, no, my parents bought me a, okay, I don't know if people even know this now. The quarters do still have this a lot of the time. There was a big promotion where there were 50 different quarters being printed alongside, you know, the normal quarter. And there was one for each state. Oh, plus some more for the different U.S. territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, etc. There was a quarter for each of those. And people would try to collect all the quarters. So they gave me a little thing where you can slide in all of the 55 or whatever quarters. District of Columbia, that's the other one. I think there were 55 quarters. And I ended up collecting them all. But, like, even before I was done with that, my grandma brought out, she was like, oh, I found this. It was your sister's old quarter collection. And I was like, oh, I have to have that. And they were like, no, that's your sister's. You know, it's going to stay here. You already have one. You don't need to collect them again. But I pitched a giant fit and they gave it to me. My sister was pretty mad that, you know, they did that. And that I was kind of a little twat. Understandably. I never even touched that thing. I don't even know what happened to it. I think she ended up sneaking in there and taking it back. Even though she was like 20 at that point. Good times. Oh, when I say my sister, I'm not talking about the sister that went on vacation. I'm talking about my other sister, because I have two. But it feels weird to give you any of their names, you know? Oh, okay. I'll take that. Can we get 800? Oh, I'm going to be amazed. Hello? Oh, no, no! Oh, I kept pressing A. I was like, where am I? I forgot I was hanging out the window. Oh, well, 700 is pretty cool. All right, now we have stars in every single mode of every game. We really don't get anything for that? Nothing? We got a whole gallery. Oh, well. We completed the gallery, but we did not complete the game. If I show you the true ending, I'm going to do it now. Sorry about the audio quality and the fact that I cannot find the true ending anywhere. First, I was just going to steal footage of it and commentate over that. Couldn't find any footage of either of the second two endings on YouTube or speedrun.com. There were no 100% speedruns at all, even though the category existed. Then I was going to just use GameShark codes and waste hours of my life being invincible and grinding up points to get all the stars. And I couldn't find GameShark codes for Game & Watch Gallery 1. I could have sworn I found them while researching this game, but I can't find them now. I'm going to feel stupid later, but I'm just going to, you know, not share anything new with the internet, and nobody will ever see the true ending of Game & Watch Gallery, so goodbye. My next Let's Play is Dr. Mario BS version, so look forward to that. Another mindless talking game where I just say a bunch of nonsense and play repetitive gameplay, but I'm looking forward to it. Also, I do want to say a few things about the game. Now, it was extremely stressful and frustrating, but I still had a lot of fun with Game & Watch Gallery. It's just that this game is meant for, you know, small bursts. It's a perfect car ride game when you're a kid, but sadly, with the advent of more modern on-the-go consoles, mainly the Switch, games like that aren't really as useful as they used to be. And playing them all in one sitting with no music, no distractions at all while recording them is not the way that I can recommend playing this game. But it's still a very good game. It was a lot of fun, and I'm still terrified to do its sequels on the channel. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See you in Dr. Mario BS version. Goodbye. I'm LP Master 6.